starting from the living room up onto the rooms, we're keeping the privacy more and more, and we try to use some Armani stones.
Yeah.
We try to use some local, really nice local
The
brands.
renders
and
are looking
etc.
gorgeous, though.
Yeah,
The
thank you.
renders and the bridge that you guys have done upstairs. It's a
Yeah.
remarkable idea. The mirror wall,
Yeah,
the bridge,
reflective mirror,
and enlarging the sides of the windows, bringing air from all angles, and Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Straight Talk. Today is a beautiful Sunday here in Istanbul. We're really laid back, and I have Kajin Bulut here with me. You guys know who Kajin is, but today we will be talking about Designer Turkey, as he is heading the operations of Designer Turkey. And you guys know that Designer Turkey is Property Turkey's sister company. What we're doing basically is design and build renovations and interior designs. You can check on our website. And this episode, we are basically going to talk about what is happening on the ground. And I'm sure you guys have been very, very busy.
We are, absolutely. Yeah.
It took me, 3 days to get you here? You've been on the construction fields and dealing with a lot of,
From site to site.
Yeah. How many sites we have currently?
Ongoing, we've got three. On Istanbul.
Only in Istanbul.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got 2 in Bodrum going on, but let's leave the Bodrum aside and let's talk about Istanbul.
Sure.
So, projects. Let's identify them. First project. Let's talk about AR Home. Talk to me a little bit about that AR Home project, because it has a very, very funny story, and I'm going to intervene when you're talking about it.
Okay. Well, our home is a completely from the scratch project. We procured the land, and then we started the design process.
Yeah.
It's a land of a 3,400 square meters, and built up for a more than 1,000 square meters net usage area.
Huge.
Yeah. We're at the stage currently on the column concrete level, which is basically now we started to, get the exterior out.
Yeah.
So it's taking, we took around 3.5 months to get to this stage.
Yeah.
Regardless of countless obstacles on the process.
But that's your job, Kajin. I mean, you there's a quote that you're saying. You say, in construction, there's always a problem.
Yeah.
And our job is to find a solution for all of that. Yeah. And that's pretty normal. But the good thing is, it's been 3.5 months now, and the columns have been erected.
True.
Right. And one funny thing about this project. Would you like to tell our audience how we have got to this stage during the height of the COVID, when the client is in Dubai, who's never been to Büyükçekmece, and who was willing to buy a land plot? How'd you sell that?
Okay. From that specific moment, I remember I called you, if you'd remember that as well. I've mentioned this before. I called you in midnight, around 11:10, I don't remember. And I said, Al, this is our problem. What are we going to do about this? And you went, okay, why don't we do a live tour? I said, yeah, I know we can do a live tour, but, how can we show the entire thing? Yeah. You go, okay, let's do a drone shoot then. I said, Al, no, we need a live tour, man. Yeah. And then you went, I remember you paused for 2 seconds, you went, why don't we do drone live shoot?
Yeah. The kind of operation that only happens in Champions League games.
I mean, it was incredible.
Yeah.
We literally had this live drone footage, and the entire family was ready. They even gathered for a luncheon, for a lunch all together, and everybody was amazed.
Yeah. And that played a very, very instrumental part in procuring the land as we got the go from the client.
True.
Yeah.
So client had the full idea on a live drone shoot, where the land would sit, what would be the roads, how close proximity it is to our surroundings, and it gave him a full idea as if he was actually here.
Yeah.
and we had the initial go-ahead. So then everything started.
Then the rest of history. You guys have worked on a design, and the design has been approved.
Yeah.
And the construction started, and now we are at the stage that we are, because I was there yesterday actually, and I've seen the columns that have been erected. I have obtained beautiful drone shots. You guys should be seeing this right now as we speak. And yesterday again, I took some amazing shots of the view. That place has a gorgeous view, Kajin.
Which way did you go to the site to? Have you tried from the rear end to reach the site? With where the windmills are,
the windmills, right? Yeah. I came from that road a lot. This time that I went there, I didn't go there from that road. But the construction is right now that it looks like a giant home. To be honest with you,
it is giant.
It's a giant home, and I was standing on the basement, on top of the basement, which gave me, correct me if I'm wrong, about 4.5 to 5 meters altitude.
Yeah.
And from then on, I had this, and the sea view gets even better and better as the construction proceeds. So kudos to you, congratulations on that. Yeah,
thank you. It was a teamwork.
When is the ETA for this project?
Well, we had a slightly problem on municipality regulation approval while we were on the way for the retaining walls. So it made us wait around 20-25 days. But the ETA is hopefully end of October. We would like to deliver the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. We will be closely following this because that's a very, very exciting project. And also, you guys should go to Designer Turkey YouTube channel, which we are actually documenting this entire journey, the things that Kajin talked about, and there are things that he hasn't talked about. And we're basically dividing this episode by episode and putting it out there. We haven't shared anything yet, but maybe by the time you're watching this video, the first episode might be there. So go out to that channel, just click subscribe, turn on the notification button. I'm waiting, and then come back as we carry on to hear more from Kajin. Okay, second project.
Yeah.
Again, Büyükçekmece. Shell and Core. Talk to me about it.
Well, our Shell and Core one, it was we basically, in this one, we wanted to have this interior changes and everything. To be honest, the Shell and Core, comparing to a project from the scratch, has only 2 months difference. The only difference is that Shell and Core has the exterior ready. I mean, comparing with this from the scratch one.
Yeah.
So there's only a 2 months difference. And apart from that, everything is untouched. So we have to do literally everything.
Yeah.
And we wanted to have this project because we really want to have these kind of signature houses more and more. And I also, my own perspective, this is actually to have more than 5 projects per year.
Yeah.
I just want to have 5 nice, niche, good quality projects, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So hence, out of all these requests, we chose this house to work with because we wanted to have kind of a nice signature house, and the clients were very happy with it.
Yeah.
And what we're gonna do there is we're using a modern luxury concept. It's a soft house. It's a floating house basically. The rooms, everything. From the living room, starting from the living room up onto the rooms, we're keeping the privacy more and more, and we tried to use some Armani stones.
Yeah.
We tried to use some local, really really nice local.
The
brands
renders
and
are looking gorgeous, though.
Yeah,
Thank you. And the bridge that you guys have done upstairs, it's a remarkable idea. The mirror wall.
Yeah,
the bridge,
mirror,
and enlarging the size of the windows, bringing air from all angles, and
that bridge idea came from us, and we said, why don't we cancel one room and make a lovely entree with a 6.5 meter height, and then have this Armani stone, from the ground till the ceiling. So once you enter, you have this grandeur look, and that really pleases you, because house is quite big. It's a 900 square meter in total.
It is, but the overall layout wise,
Yeah.
it's not a great layout. It's just a very simple house, the way that it is being put into market.
Of course.
And
yeah.
the challenge that is on the architects now is to how do you make this design more interesting and more appealing to the client?
As you said, the layout is a standard layout, right? What are you going to do here? Do you know what we did? We went to the municipality, take a special permission to actually change even the window sizes. So the entire windows on the house are enlarged and they're changed based on the changed rooms inside, because we've also changed the sizes of the rooms internally. So we made a lovely penthouse bedroom for the master.
Yeah.
Then we used other bedrooms additionally, accordingly with the sizes. And the clients, they also really helped us. I mean, big applause to them, because they have been really with a great enthusiasm and interest. They really partaked on the process, top notch.
They were coming into the office. At one point, it was like an everyday type of thing that they really, really wanted to get involved with their
Because
projects.
they enjoy.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. We discover together. Maybe we change ideas. Maybe we change our material ideas. The entire process is actually satisfying.
Let me ask you a question, Kajin. In obviously designing and building homes or doing renovations or interior designs, these are all individual tastes, right? Finding out the land plot, or finding out, in this case, the incomplete home, as much of a time-consuming activity that is, you have the designing process and you have the building process. And designing process, to me, is a very challenging process, because once the design is ready, you can implement it, because we know how to implement this. We know how to build.
Do you know, sorry for interrupting, the implementation stage, I've got craftsmanship where they open their flashlights, when they're doing the measurements, or when they implement the marble or the tile to the floor, the guy goes inch by inch, inch by inch. This is not something ordinary.
Yeah.
Like, he is really focused on this, and I really admire these guys, because the craftsmanship is, I have a philosophy. I do a work, and if that work is overloaded to me, I hire someone behind me so he can follow, or she can follow. When I see she or he is also overloaded, I make sure that the other, he also gets his back up and hires someone else so that he can help accordingly. The taste is in an chronological order. They follow each other, the process, the way doing of the business. So when we gathered around our craftsmanship, we started with one person, the main craftsman. When I saw he was literally busy, because I take the responsibility mainly on material side. I love and I enjoy selecting materials. Going out there, arguing with the price, finding the source, going to the manufacturer, dealing with it. And if I'll make something happy, if I'll find something for 100 lira, which is 100 lira, but I find it for 70, 60, or 50 lira material wise, it satisfies me.
Of course it does.
So,
and you're like the rat of this, because, I mean, for the past year and a half now, you've been going in and out of these material shops, these furniture shops and everything. You basically know. Is there anybody in the city who is in this industry that doesn't know you now?
Yeah.
And who is not being bothered by you, by the phone calls, asking about the price, asking about the materials and everything?
But what I was trying to amplify is that our process of, as you said, once the design is complete, we know what to do, we know how to implement. So the craftsmanship is really a big role in here.
Of course.
And that's important. And I'm really, really happy with the craftsmen that I've got. They know what they're doing, and it's so overwhelming. I hope you guys get to know them as well during the processes of the videos, of the shootings. But
and that's how it should go.
It should, because it's not about it's not about the this is our hobby. This is my hobby, it's your hobby. This is our taste.
Yeah.
So why do escape from it? Why don't deliver the best out of it?
Yeah.
Put your feelings in it, as if you're gonna live inside.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, this is like, a sculpture artist or a painter, you leave a legacy behind you. See, when you go back to that house and see, we built this, this is ours. Although
Absolutely.
somebody else owns it, somebody else lives in it, but this is ours. It's a part of the family now.
The struggles you've been through, the accomplishments you made, the team struggles. I've got an architect team that sometimes they get out of this office at 1 a.m. and literally they are enthusiastic. They're up for it.
Yeah.
So why do we do this? Do you think it's couple of for money or something? It has absolutely nothing to do with money.
Yeah.
It is completely a involvement. We want to create something good. What is in life more beautiful than adding value?
Of course. Yeah.
Right.
And the good thing about this is that you're saying all of these things, but in the upcoming weeks, our audience will be seeing these as they happen. So it's not just the words of one guy who has a vested interest or who has a bias towards come work with us, because let's be honest, this is a YouTube show. We're here, we're doing the work. Certainly would like to get more and more clients. You can sit down and say these things, but are you going to be able to deliver what you say?
True.
And hopefully with this show and with the other channels and Designer Turkey's channel as well, you will be seeing everything episode by episode, all the materials, all the problems that he's talking about. Sometimes we'll be portraying even the fights that we're having on the ground with the architects, with the mistakes and mess ups and all of that, because we want to portray everything as they happen. And the reason why our show, Straight Talk, is so successful is because it's straight talk, period.
I'm very excited for this. I mean, if you're going to portray this, because it's going to be good to look back and see, dude, we really, we really gone through a lot.
Yeah.
And one day I received a call. It was around evening times, I guess. The engineer calling, and he said, Kajin, we've got a problem. I said, come on, what is it? He goes, well, do you know our retaining walls, which is supposedly be 4 meters? Yes. Well, it has to be 2 meters now. Okay, why is that? Well, municipality restricted the height.
Okay.
Well, client confirmed it. Client wanted specifically to have high retaining walls, so it's full privacy.
Yeah.
You can't just go up there and say, do you know what, Mr. Client? Municipality has called. We have to do 2 meters.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
How'd you solve that?
We started going to the manager of the division of municipality, because we didn't want to go to the GM or high rank. Then we would actually, disturb the guy who is doing the actual job. I literally went and got from Güllü baklavas to, this is really...
You bribe the municipality people with baklava.
It's not a bribe. I mean,
no, it's
like
not.
it's like a treat on a lunch, It's So we sat and I said, how do we do this?
Yeah.
Like,
Come on, let's cut to the chase.
Harun is our guy who's actually dealing with on the land, the legal process, right? I say, Harun has tried too much for this, and he's an engineer. And I said, we knew that we could go up here and it's 4 meters and we had the documentation and everything. You have to approve, because you've sent some guys and they stopped the construction was stopped for 3 days. Now, if the construction stops for 3 days, the craftsmanship stops, the excavation is there, the materials are there.
You continue paying for everything.
Let's say there is a huge rain happens suddenly.
Yeah.
You got loss of materials. You got possible outcome could be really, really disaster.
Yeah.
So the craftsman can leave. They can go to another project of ours, and then we might not get back to them. I mean, get back them to the land again. Yeah. I need to make them be there, and they have to be focused. Do you know there can't be any distractions there because we want to deliver high end, etc., etc. So long story short, the municipality said, "Do you know what? Come a week later." I said, "This is impossible. I've made my arrangements with the concrete, what you might call it, center. That we're arranging the trucks, we're arranging everything." So to the audience who might not be familiar, we need to take appointments for the concrete so that when they come, there is no blockage. They immediately pour down the cement and then boom, 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 do it. So there's no joke here. If you mess with them up, they might give you the next appointment for the next month.
Yeah.
So, client doesn't know anything else. He has no idea what we're going through. I said, it's impossible to do 1 week. I said, I'll call you back again. We left. We called another high level of a manager. He's not there. He's in Izmir. We literally drive to Izmir. I sent 2 of my engineers. They drive to Izmir. They met with the guy. They said, we have to do this. I know it's not a really big construction, but this is something important. And he goes, okay, call this guy, go there, give him my regards, give this paper, although make these arrangements. And you know what? You have to do a compliment to the municipality, kind of like, I don't know, do the sidewalk, do something, then it will be okay. We got the approval in 3 days. And this was just one part out.
That's called bureaucratic navigation. We put it on the website, but that's what's happening on the reality, actually. Yeah. Well, look, we got a lot of stories to talk about, but certainly this show is not that long. We have a third project in Istanbul, which is starting very soon. The one in Acarkent. Talk to me briefly a little bit about it, and in the upcoming episodes of Straight Talks, whenever we get together, so we update the audience on that.
Okay. Well, that's also another really, really difficult one. The client has many properties around Turkey. He's a foreigner, but he is really, really, into these kind of things. He knows this. He works with best of bests in terms of architectural. And this one is a renovation project. And it's a 950 to 1,000 square meters of a house again. Well, and I was competing with ideally 3 well-known local architects, and we curved. We talked with the family. We talked with the wife, and we showed our interest. And they wanted to work with us in this project. We're gonna do an exterior change. We're gonna do the interior completely different. We're gonna change the stairs, change the walls, even add on some heating and cooling system. It means literally we're gonna actually demolish it and redo it again. It's to that extent, and it's gonna take us around 5 months to complete this. And now we were in the stage of design. We told the clients that design needs to be finished in 1.5 months, and 3 months for our drawings, 2 months for your own ideas to change, to implement. But after 2 months, we cut this thing and we start the implementation.
Yeah.
So this is how it is.
That's going to be a very exciting project.
It is. It is very exciting. It's a beautiful Bosphorus view.
Yeah.
Huge mansion.
Oh, we'll be showing the photos anyway. Yeah.
Very good.
And wait to hear from us for the updates of that project over there in Acarkent as well. And with that, I'd like to thank you, Kajin, for coming on the show. You have a very busy schedule. It took me, a lot of effort to get you down here.
Thank you.
Because you guys are always on the field, always running here and there, solving problems. Yeah. And thank you very much for coming.
You're welcome.
And thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next episode.